Good afternoon on this Good Friday from a very murky looking southeast London as Bournemouth hoping to get a victory against Charlton at their training ground, Sparrows Lane, just south of the River Thames, south of Woolwich. For the Cherries, well, it was dramatic ending to that victory against Crewe on Monday. Johnny Day striking in the 88th minute. They'll be hoping it will be not as close as it was on Monday, but still picking up the 3 points in the Premier League Professional Development League. This stream being brought to you by ESET, live on AFCB TV. My name is Tom Murray. Bournemouth in their traditional away kit of blue with black stripes, Charlton in their red home kit. Let's just take you through the teams this afternoon. And for the Cherries, 6 changes from the game on Monday. So Mac Allen is in goal, George Trubanidze, Owen Bevan, Amir Ali and Gilles Conte across the back four. Zach Christie and Charlie Stevens in the middle. Charlie captaining the side this afternoon. Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, Dane Indemicum as well on the left-hand side. Johnny Day and Eugene Yarko up top. For the Cherries, on the bench, Danny Dixon, Joe Spence, Leyland Waite as well, and a couple of trialists, Reggie Buckland and Yefa Osazi. For Charlton, no changes from their last game, which was a thumping victory against Peterborough United 5-2. So they're coming into this game on the back of a couple of wins on the bounce. Their tails will be up, that's for sure. George Hardy is in goal. Ethan Brown and Deontay Davis either side of a back four. That consists of Tate Elliott and Ty Ewens-Finley in the middle. Jack Belton and Sam Washington-Amoa behind Alan Mwamba, Bradley Tago. There's a trialist who's wearing number 7 for the Addicts this afternoon, and Kaheem Dixon. Up top, fresh from a couple of goals last time out, is we're going to have a change of ends. Not necessarily something you see, especially at under 21 level. But Alan Connell's side hoping to continue where they left off on Monday, that dramatic win at Crewe.
Hey Josh, make sure you track back here.
Bouncing back from that defeat against West Brom in the Premier League Cup quarter-finals to end that historic run that the Cherries had been on. Charlton have lost just 3 of their last 6 home games, so they're there to be got at, but 2 wins on the spin for the Addicts. So Bournemouth have certainly got their work cut out this afternoon, and we are underway on Good Friday. Immediately, the Cherries' defence have got some work to do as Charlton look for a fast start. It comes out to Indemicum on this left-hand side now. Day, bounce of the ball just getting away from the Cherries' number 9, but they're able to pick it up with Da Costa Gonzalez. It's only taken 25 seconds for the first free kick of the afternoon to go the way of Alan Connell's side. Cherries fans getting your football fix with the first team not in action until the 11th of April against Arsenal. Of course, it's FA Cup action this weekend. So despite the international break, extra week to wait. Hopefully they can continue that unbeaten run, although it's going to be tested against the side that tops the Premier League. It looks like the Gunners are going to be winning their first Premier League title in quite some time. Charlton making a foray forward. The number 7 gets the ball into the box and it's well dealt with, but there's going to be another chance. Nice little shimmy, laid back to the edge of the penalty area, and they'll look to build again, will Charlton. Bournemouth just having some early defensive work to do. Tago, that's a decent challenge thrown in by Zach Christie. Minute and a half gone. First corner of the afternoon goes the Addicts' way. Tago just picking up the ball on that left side of the penalty area, and Zach Christie did really well just to hold off the Athletic number 11. Cherries have got their first set piece to deal with. And it comes into water dangerous area, but it's well cleared up towards halfway. Tago. Deontay Davis back to Tago, who's already looked sharp, looked lively, and that's a nice flick on by Dixon. And here comes the trialist into the penalty area, strikes it low, good save, and Captain Charlie Stevens was there just to get it out of play. Charlton starting this game really quite quickly. And number 7 just getting in behind. Good stop by Mac Allen. Down to his left, the cousin of James McAtee, who's currently on loan from Manchester City at Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Nephew as well of Jimmy Ball, who's just moved from AFC Tottenham in the National League South to Torquay United, an offer he said he couldn't turn down. Otherwise it's been for AFC Tottenham as well. Now just a couple of divisions below the Football League. Jimmy Ball leaving them in a good state, that's for sure. Owen Bevan now for the Cherries, out towards that right-hand side. Chibanidze, first chance really for him to stretch those legs down the right channel. He's still going, and Tago again being the lively winger already. Dixon in a bit of a battle with Bevan, who wins that one. Quick feet from Da Costa Gonzalez. And that's a dink into the penalty area. That's going to be a very easy gather for 19-year-old George Hardy. Joined last summer from Wolves. Spent much of his youth career at Notts County and Rotherham, and wasn't really tested by Da Costa Gonzalez's shot, which for a moment I thought it might be a little chip-through ball over the defence, as it had very little power on it, but in the end I suppose you can count that as Bournemouth's first attempt on goal. 4 minutes gone. Davis, his throw immediately intercepted by Da Costa Gonzalez. A bit of a tussle in the middle, which Charlie Stevens isn't able to come out with the ball, but he's like a terrier. The captain has won it back, up in a dangerous position. Nice footwork. Chibanidze on this right-hand side as Bournemouth look to build from the back. Ali out to this left-hand side to Jalil Conte, getting his first touch of the ball. Algerian signing from Chelsea last August has got an appearance for the Algerian under-20 side, as Da Costa Gonzalez can't quite dig out a cross, and Charlton aren't able to get that one clear. Eventually they do, as Mwamba is able to turn, and down that left-hand side Dixon is hurrying Bevan, who's able to get that all the way back to Allen, and his ball over the top. For a moment, Johnny Day just wondering if it would skim off the slick surface. It's fairly close, fairly wet in southeast London. And the number 9 who got that dramatic winner against Crewe, not quite quick enough as it drops for the Addicts on halfway. Elliott. Belton out to Elliott once more. Charlton getting a feel of the ball. Haven't really had a sustained spell of possession yet, have Charlton, as they go long in search of Tago and Dixon. Chibanidze with the header, and he's going to get that one back from Christie. And again, Tago. He's been a nuisance for Bournemouth in these opening 6.5 minutes. Cross in from Brown. It's gone over everybody, and Da Costa Gonzalez with a fairly aimless ball down the right-hand side, and that's going to go all the way through to George Hardy. Ethan Brown has done really well to keep that in down by the corner flag, and the first time cross is blocked, so it's corner number 2 for Charlton. Only 7 minutes gone. Live on AFCB TV. Charlton 0, Bournemouth 0. Charlton's number 7 has had the best chance of the game so far with a low shot just inside the penalty area. Cherries have got an attempt on goal, but no pace behind Michael da Costa Gonzalez's dink. He's going to be the number 7 to take this one. Wasn't unable to beat the first man from his first attempt on the far side. He is going to beat the first man this time, and it's going to bounce kindly for Wilmington's lovely work by Stevens. And now here comes Day, and he's not able to beat the last defender. But Bournemouth just trying to get it high, and now they've got themselves a bit of a problem as Brown picks it up on this right-hand side. Charlton captain wins his side a throw. Good defending there from Jalil Conte. Charlton certainly coming into this game full of confidence. Thumping 5-2 win against Peterborough last time out, and then the 3-2 win at Coventry as well. Brown getting 2 of the goals in that game as he throws it back towards Elliott. Those 2 wins coming off the back of 3 consecutive defeats, and Tager will try and keep it in by the corner flag on that far side. He's done well, the number 11. Trying to get the better of Chubinidze. Davis. It's an excellent switch to Brown, and the offside flag has gone up. It's approaching the 9-minute mark here at Sparrows Lane. Mac Allen has been forced into an early stop, but other than that, not a great deal to shout about so far. And Connell's men hoping to make it back-to-back victories as they go long in search of da Costa Gonzalez. Tago on that left-hand side, who has looked really sharp, and he's doing it again into the middle now as Charlton just knocking it about with a fair bit of confidence. Number 7 out towards Brown, and it's a good challenge in there from Jalil Conte as Charlton were starting to get ahead of steam. Ewans Finley. And that's dropped over the top really nicely, and it's Eugene Yarko, and the offside flag has gone up. It must have been close. For a moment his eyes lit up and he thought he was going to have a one-on-one situation, but nothing doing, and it was quickly brought up by referee Callum Fisk from Warwickshire. Mwamba not able to get past Conte, but he's got the ball back, the number 8. Did get a goal against Peterborough last time out, the 19-year-old. Got his debut for the Charlton first team at the beginning of last season in the EFL Trophy. 2-1 win over Cambridge in that one, as Bournemouth are now trying to link up forward, but so far Nyarko just can't find Day, but they're going to have it back at the Cherries. And Dimmock in a bit of a dangerous position as the 2 number 7s come together. Able to get it clear, but only as far as Belton. Mwamba, lovely little shimmy. Is anyone going to be on the end of that cross? Thankfully for Cherries, it's a blue shirt. A lot of the early pressure coming from Charlton. Conte again having to be alert, but it's going to be another set piece on this near side. Control by number 7, but Jalil Conte once again being there just to get danger away momentarily. Six changes that the Cherries have made. Here comes corner number 3 for Charlton. And that's going to go towards goal, and it's going to be kept in play. They'll have another bite of the cherry, but the offside flag goes up. Bevan will bring it forward for Bournemouth, and again Day is the target, but George Hardy, who's had very little to do so far, not being troubled. And the number 7 who's looked to get the ball at every occasion for Charlton. Elliott just about gets that back to his keeper, and that's not a good clearance. Can Bournemouth capitalise? No, Charlton have dealt with that well, but it's good work down this left-hand side. Feel that Bournemouth yet to really get going, but you can tell that Charlton are full of confidence and looking to get the ball forward at every opportunity. Dixon. For the Cherries, that ball by Washington Amo didn't find its target. Now down the left-hand side, and Dimmican runs down a bit of a cul-de-sac. He's got Conte for company. Can the Cherries fashion an opportunity? Stevens just gets the ball stuck under his feet. Just as you thought that chance was starting to build for the Cherries, some concentration brings it to a halt, but they have the ball once again with Amir Ali. Fairly straightforward free kick for Callum Fist to give after that shove by Dane and Dimmican on Ethan Brown. And the goalkeeper needs a change of shirt. Well, if there's anything to show that he's not been tested so far, it's the fact that the goalkeeper is able to change his shirt whilst play is ongoing. For a minute, I thought that he might think it's skins for the afternoon, but he's not really done anything to make his shirt dirty in the first 15 minutes, but obviously something not to George Hardy's liking. Back underway, and the number 7 for Charlton, again the target. Now Brown on this right-hand side. Washington Amoa into Belton. They're knocking it around quite nicely are the Addicts, but at the moment not quite going anywhere with it. Belton again. Washington Amoa. That's a nice ball in behind, and this could be a chance for the first goal of the game, and it's somehow not been tapped home. Tego on this left-hand side now. Against Chubanidze. Another ball swung in towards the back post. Falls to Brown. No first-time shot from him. Washington Amoa bundles off Conte, and again they'll try, and there's far too much power on that. Tego's only able to head that behind. Davis. Heart and mouth moment there for the Cherries as the ball was just swung low across the face of the penalty area. Charlton just turning it up a notch, but that's far too much on that ball from Ty Ewens Findlay. Goal kick danger over. Just a few times now that Cherries back line is able to be sliced through. It was an excellent ball to the number 7. And Kaheem Dixon was there in the 6-yard box, but just not able to turn it home. Thankfully for Bournemouth, it remains 0-0, but with 17 minutes gone, just need to get a better feel for the ball. Haven't really had a good, clear attacking opportunity. Conte has had to do most of his work in the defensive capacity, not able to break forward at pace as Chubanidze can't keep that ball out of the sky. Throw on that far side in front of Alan Connell's technical area, the 43-year-old appointed as manager of the development squad back in 2023. Bradford City reached the League Cup final in 2013. Of course, a couple of spells at the Cherries as well for Alan Connell. 64 appearances between 2002 and 2005, 55 more between 2008 and 2010. Did have the Cherries finishing top of the Southern Group last season before that 3-2 defeat to Brentford in the final at the end of last campaign. Taking that defeat, that 5-4 defeat against West Brom in the Premier League Cup out of the equation. It is 3 wins in a row in the league since defeat at home to Brentford. And Bournemouth are now just making a few inroads into the Charlton half. They've got themselves a throw in a decent position. Can they make anything of it? 19 minutes on the clock, still goalless at Sparrows Lane. Live Good Friday football on AFCB TV and a stream brought to you by ESET. Day trying to get the flick on. They want the corner. They've got the corner. Can the Cherries do something more exciting down this end of the pitch than the goalkeeper, for some reason, changing his shirt after just 15 minutes? Nothing really comes of that delivery as they try and keep it alive down the right-hand side. Chubanidze and now Michael Da Costa Gonzalez just keeping it in. He's got Stevens for company, instead goes back. Just need to get the ball into the box to the Cherries as there's a late challenge and a free kick's been given by Callum Fisk right on the edge of the penalty area. Nice little give and go, and Zach Christie was felled. This is a really good opportunity for Bournemouth to really test that Charlton back line. It's Christie who's managed to dust himself off to take it. He does have options just to his right. If Bournemouth were to capitalise on this, it would certainly be against the run of play, you would say, but Cherries won't be complaining one little bit. The blustery Sparrows Lane, it's the sunshine that we've had in the last few days seems to have completely disappeared. It's fairly murky. It's not going to be Christie, and that free kick just goes harmlessly over the crossbar. From that distance, you really need to get the ball up and down over the wall, and unfortunately that one was just going up and up. Hardy. Cherries win it in the middle. Christie. Stevens' pass is loose, and now Tego has got another opportunity to use his burst of pace to get down that left-hand side, and overlapping is Davis. Ball into the box towards goal, and head and hands moment there for Charlton as it rifled into the side netting of the near corner. They thought it had gone in. Deontay Davis steaming down that left side. It's actually come off Zach Christie in the end, who's turned it behind for Charlton's 4th corner of the game. He had to be alert there, especially with Al Mwamba lurking just behind him. Midway point of the first half, still goalless. Corner number 4, and Charlton go short from this one. Tago, it's a floating ball, and it's going to be gathered at the second attempt by Mac Allen. And he's gone first time. Day, now can he beat the defender? He's got ahead of Davis, and Day's in behind, up against the goalkeeper, and it's a really good stop by George Hardy. He hasn't had anything to do so far in this first half, and Day there getting the right side of Davis, but Hardy, give him credit, as Day tried to take it round him. He was alert, got down and was able to gather the ball. It's a good stop by the Charlton keeper. But Bournemouth with their arguably the best chance of the game, as Day is going to try and get in behind once again. Is he going to manage to score from attempt 2? It's another good stop from Hardy. He gets a high five from Ty Elliott, and now Bournemouth have slipped, and this game has lit up just for a moment, but thankfully the Cherries are able to just to catch their breath, and Ethan Brown is not able to steamroller down that right hand side. Well, for a game that's had very little in terms of goalmouth action in the first 22 minutes, the last 60 seconds, Cherries could have scored a couple, and they're in behind again. The flag has stayed down. Can they convert? It's a good challenge. Day's in there, it's saved, and Hardy has now had 3 terrific stops in the last 60 seconds. Da Costa Gonzalez steamed down the right hand side. Day was there. It was a good challenge just to take it away from the number 9, but he's not able to convert. It's another terrific save. And Bournemouth, considering they've done very little in the attacking third, arguably should be a couple of goals up from those chances, and it's Day who's been halted on every occasion. They've gone short from their second corner of the game. Christie is not able to beat the first man with his cross. They will get another corner, to maybe third time lucky for the Cherries. And this game is just kicked into life. It's still goalless, and they're hoping to change that, and it's gone over the bar. Dane and Dimmocken rising highest. It's a good delivery. And the number 7, I think it just came off his shoulder as it went over the crossbar. Didn't get the connection he wanted. But Bournemouth seem to have woken up. Unfortunately, though, that new shirt that Hardy is wearing seems to have given them Superman powers. But Bournemouth really should be ahead with the chances they've had, as Charlton just been caught flat-footed over the top. Da Costa Gonzalez now up against Davis, who back to defensive duties for him after being sent through on that left-hand side just moments ago. That feels a really long 2 minutes ago, considering that was arguably one of Charlton's best chances of the game. But since then, well, Alan Connor will be scratching his head as to just how his side haven't scored. Nice work from Davis, little shimmy into the middle. Washington, Amoa. Well, that push in the middle, illegal. This is Callum Fisk. Ali. Conte. Deflection just being a bit fortuitous, and here comes Chumanitsa into the middle. And Charlie Stevens has got that all wrong. Choosing the pitching wedge from the edge of the penalty area. 27 minutes gone. Still somehow goalless. Johnny Day having a hat-trick of chances in the last few minutes. Unable to convert any of them, but a lot of credit has to go to the Charlton keeper, George Hardy. No clash of heads there as both number 7s went for the same ball. Washington, Amoa trying to turn away from Dunicum, and that's a nice ball through the lines. And Yarko with the daisy cutter didn't quite get hold of the ball in that time. It's a lovely ball through by Jalil Conte. Yarko, who hasn't had a great deal to do in this game so far. Just not able to get his strike off the turf, and it's an easy gather. But Bournemouth certainly having a much better last 5 minutes after a quiet opening quarter of this game. Dixon. Jamaican finds Tago, who've been somewhat stifled in the last few minutes. Ewens Findlay. Once again, Chibanidze has managed to get ahead of Tago, who really had the better of the Cherries number 2 in the opening exchanges, but since then Bradley Tago has got the better as Bournemouth have won the ball high up the pitch, and they've got to capitalise of this. Stevens, and he shanked that over the bar. Jack Belton getting himself tied in all sorts of knots. Day was screaming for it, but the Cherries captain went for goal.
Hey, come on, compete! Compete! Hey, seconds, let's go!
And somehow Cherries have not managed to open the scoring. Ball runs through to Dixon, now the number 7 over to Dixon. Can he get a strike on goal? He's been forced out wide. Really good defensive work there by Ali and Conte. Just for a moment, Kaheem Dixon is almost squirreling away down that right-hand side. Just highlights to Bournemouth that Charlton are dangerous when they come forward, and somehow with the middle turning into a bit of a pinball machine there for a moment, they're able to get down the right hand side. Chibanidze. Day is going to try and get there ahead of Hardy, who is quick off his line once again. The 19-year-old shot stopper has had an excellent game so far. Yarko, he's got Day screaming for it. The flag has stayed down. Day into the penalty area. He's been forced wide, not able to get the shot away from that angle. If you're just joining this stream, brought to you by ESET on AFCB TV, it's currently Charlton Athletic under 21s 0, Bournemouth under 21s 0. There's been a hatful of chances in the last 5 minutes or so. For the Cherries, it's Mac Allen in goal, George Chibanidze on the right hand side, Bevan and Ali in the middle with Conte on the left. As DaCosta Gonzalez goes for goal from range, it's been spilled, and Hardy gathers at the second attempt. Heart and mouth moment there for the Addicts, but their goalkeeper once again not letting them down. Stevens and Christie, just to complete that lineup for you, in the centre of the park with Ndinmakan and DaCosta Gonzalez either side. Johnny Day and using Yarko up top. Conte has just been outdone by that touch. Dixon. Bevan does well just to force him wide. Brown. Belton. Charlton just having to build from the back once more with Ty Ewens-Findlay. Jonte Davis and Tago up against Jibinitsa as the sun comes out at Sparrows Lane, and he's going pace for pace, and this might be a dangerous opportunity for Charlton. It's gone over everyone with a red shirt, but they'll keep things alive. And that's been well won by Indimicum. And danger over for Bournemouth for the time being. Very well won by Brown, and Washington Amoa wanted a free kick there as Raheem Dixon hit the deck. Jibinitsa up against Davis, and Charlton fullback has done well to halt the Georgian in his surging run. The Cherries 8 points ahead of today's opponents. They're currently sat 9th in the Professional Development League. Bournemouth up in 4th. The Addicts finished 4th in Group South last season, 9 points behind Bournemouth, but quite remarkably, they scored the same number of goals as the Cherries, 88. ...176 goals between them last season, but nothing at the moment at Sparrows Lane as Brown. He's looked dangerous, and that's a decent ball, and it's been well dealt with by Bevan. Nyako wins the ball back for Bournemouth. Stevens up to Da Costa Gonzalez. Tries to find the run of Nyako. Elliott has done well, and Ewens-Findlay's almost put in a spot of bother. Tago and Jibinitsa will resume their interesting battle on that far side. Bevan. Cherries just trying to link up. Nyako, he's gone for goal from range yet again, and it's another daisy cutter that is not going to trouble George Hardy in the slightest. Is in a good run of form, Eugene Nyako. 3 goals in last 3 games, scoring in every single one of those as Charlton go over the top, and Bevan has lost it, and thankfully for him, just as the ball is rolled into the back of the net by Raheem Dixon, the offside flag goes up, and Cherries can just let out a little sigh of relief. Well into the final 10 minutes of this first half, where there's been plenty of goalmouth action but no goals to bring you, as Davis and Tago once again trying to combine down that left side, and then Dixon is felled, so it's going to be a free kick for Charlton. Brown, who has been the outlet on so many occasions in this first half, joined the Addicts at under 12 level. Did get a goal against Leicester in their Premier League Cup win, that 4-3. Ball not finding him that time. On the bench this afternoon for the Cherries, Danny Dixon, Joe Spence, Leyland Waite and a couple of trialists as well. Reggie Buckland and Niafa Osazi. Once again, Brown the target. Stevens has had his pocket picked, and here come Charlton. It's a good surging run. Mwamba fires it over the bar. That is the best chance of the game for Charlton. Alan Mwamba, lovely shimmy to get round Ali. And no one was closing him down, and really he should be hitting the target. Was on the score sheet against Peterborough last time out for the Addicts, but got his bearings all wrong that time. The sun appearing just for a split second. Still goalless. 6 minutes to go of the first half, plus any will have added on. There hasn't been a great deal of stoppages, but nice feet by Dimmocken into the middle. Da Costa Gonzalez is trying to set free Chubanidze. He's doing well to keep that one in, and he has. And again, George Hardy has been quite the presence between the sticks for Charlton. 3 terrific saves from Johnny Day in the space of around 90 seconds. He's really commanded his area every time Bournemouth have come forward, but throw Charlton's way. Brown. Cherries have put themselves in bother once more, and there's a bit of a tussle. Conte's win that one. Another thing you don't see very often, the corner flag being blown over. There's no Jamie Vardy to snap it into millions of pieces like he does every time he seems to score. Pass from Belton, getting back to him, Mwamba. Brown again. Tries the reverse pass and he gets it back, Mwamba. Skill not coming off for him that time. Four minutes until the break as Tego once again running into the brick wall that is George Chubanidze. I think both Alan Connell and Charlton boss Chris Locke will certainly be pleased with what they've seen from both their sides in terms of what they've managed to create, but both teams needing shooting practice, and you just hope that Johnny Day's head isn't going to drop after those big chances going amiss. He has had a formidable foe in George Hardy. Still plenty of time for either side to break the deadlock before half-time. Brown. He's going to do well to keep that one in, but he does. Up against Conte. has done well just to stifle Charlton down that right-hand side, but they do have another corner. If you have only just joined the stream, we'll have a recap of all the best bits from this first 45 minutes. Will there be any goals to talk about at the break? Moramba. That's a late challenge, but play on Tego, who's come over towards this near side. He'll try and take on Dimmican. He's won that one. It's an excellent ball roll. Yarko down this left-hand side. He definitely stayed in play. Mwamba has managed just to win that back, and Charlton stopped Yarko in his tracks, and now they'll try and break forward with a bit of pace. Dixon, poor first touch from him. Has got 23 caps for Jamaica. He won't be going to the World Cup, but here comes Washington Amoa. Big opportunity. Cherry stopping from getting the shot away, but danger not quite yet over. Elliott. No Jamaica at this year's World Cup. They were knocked out in the playoffs by the Democratic Republic of Congo, who will be in the USA instead. Ponte. Just getting stuck on the feet, and then Charlton will have the throw and go their way. Is there enough time for any bit of action at the end of this first half? Washington Amoa. Davis dealt with by Bevan, and the ball had been adjudged to have gone out of play before it came in, so Cherries have themselves a goal kick. Well, took a good 20 minutes or so for Bournemouth to really come into the game. Charlton started fast. They did have, though, that spell of glorious chance after glorious chance. Johnny Day just not able to get past the man between the sticks for Charlton, George Hardy. And that's all we're going to have at the end of this first half. It's Charlton Athletic 0, Bournemouth 0 at Sparrows Lane in South East London, where at least the sun has made an appearance after a fairly grey and murky start to proceedings. It's been a game that really sparked into life after around 20 minutes or so, but at the break neither side have been able to find the back of the net. I'll be back in around 10 minutes time, and hopefully we'll have some goals to bring you live on AFCB TV. Half time, Charlton 0, Bournemouth 0. Welcome back to Sparrows Lane, the Charlton Athletic training ground for this live AFCB TV stream of Charlton Athletics under-21s against Bournemouth under-21s. It's still goalless at the break, though Alan Connell will be wondering just how his side are not in the lead after Johnny Day missed a glut of chances midway through the first half. But it's the Addict shot stopper George Hardy who has been a commendable adversary, that's for sure. Charlton have had some decent chances themselves, the best one really falling to Alan Mwamba, who struck over the bar after shimmying into the penalty area. It's about 10 yards out, wasn't able to hit the target. It's certainly blustery in southeast London, that's for sure. We've had corner flags falling over, a change of goalkeeper shirt, but no goals to tell you about, as the Cherries are going to make a change at the break. So Reggie Buckland is that change for Owen Bevan. The trialists this afternoon as we are back underway. Hopefully we're going to be able to bring you some goals, as already there's a clash in the middle. Alan Mwamba's just holding his face. There's another player on the deck as well. Let's take you through the teams for this second 45. So Mac Allen is in goal. George Chubanidze, Angelo Conte either side of a back four of Amir Ali. And number 12, one of the trialists this afternoon, Zach Christie and Charlie Stevens, the captain, in the middle, with Dame and Dimmocken on the left-hand side, Michael Da Costa Gonzalez on the right, Johnny Day and Eugene Yarko up top. It's Charlie Stevens who's just getting some treatment after a clash with his fellow number 8, Alan Mwamba. For Charlton, no switches at the breaks. It's George Hardy in goal, Ethan Brown, Tate Elliott, Ty Ewins-Findlay and Deontay Davis across the back four. Jack Belton and Sam Washington-Amoa in the middle, with Bradley Tago, Alan Mwamba, number 7, one of the trialists for the Addicts this afternoon, and Kaheem Dixon up top. Charlie Stevens is going to be okay to continue, but of course he's just going to have to spend a little bit of time on the touchline before he can re-enter the fray in the second half. Yet to really get going. I think we've only had about 30 seconds of actual football so far, as Callum Fisk is just telling the players to get away for the drop ball, as he's actually just launched that at the floor. First pass by the number 12, not the best one, and Tago is surging in. This could be a horrible start to the half for the Cherries. Tago's not able to hit the target. Loose pass out from the back, and Bradley Tago, well, he just wanted to find that angle, but just not able to keep his shot underneath the crossbar. It's another big opportunity that has gone a-begging for either side, as Dimmocken was decided to throw on that far side, and Bournemouth looking to get things going quickly with Conte. One of 6 changes made to the team that got that dramatic win against Crewe on Monday. Johnny Day with an 88th minute winner. But he'll be wondering just how he hasn't broken the deadlock. Here comes Mwamba, little ball roll, good defending there by Cherries, and Ali is able to get that to Conte, and Bournemouth once again, just like the beginning of the first half, having to deal with some early Charlton pressure. There's Da Costa Gonzalez, well, he's able to stretch his legs since the break, and Trubinitsa's making the run. This is a good ball by Bournemouth. Can they make it count? There's no one there to stroke it home. Shot from the edge of the box is saved. Trubinitsa finding space down the right-hand side. The ball just went behind Day. That was a thunderous effort from the edge of the box as a Charlton defender just threw their body in the way. It's corner number 4 for Bournemouth, the first set piece of this half. Charlie Stevens back in the thick of the action after just spending a couple of moments on the touchline after his clash with Alan Mwamba. Bournemouth trying to break the deadlock. It's a punch from Hardy. Yet again, commanding that 18-yard area. Made a string of fantastic stops to deny Johnny Day and a hat-trick of chances, all in the space of about 3 or 4 minutes midway through the first half. It took 20 minutes just for Bournemouth to really wake up as Charlton started fast. Of course, they're coming into this game off the back of 2 wins on the bounce. Shows, of course, 3 league wins in a row is Dimicum. Nice little turn away from his man. He's not able to find a blue shirt, but here comes Stevens. Christie. Conte with the delivery. He's not able to pick out a Cherries shirt. Offside flag was wanted by the Charlton players. They didn't get it, and here comes Christie again. Stevens. Good to see that he's looking mobile after what looked like a nasty clash of heads between him and Alan Mwamba. 50 minutes on the clock. Live on AFCB TV. My name's Tom Murray. This stream is brought to you by ESET. Still goalless in the Professional Development League. That flicked off the head of Mwamba, so Bournemouth have got themselves a throw in a deep in Charlton territory. This is the first of 4 consecutive away trips for the Cherries. They're next up against Fleetwood, then it's QPR a week today, and Hull. They're going to be spending their April on their travels. Ali. Still on the bench for the Cherries, Joe Spence, Leyland Wake, High Crampton. And the trialist as well to call upon. Welcome along if you've just joined the stream, getting your football fix. Of course, we have to wait another week before the first team are in action against the team top of the Premier League tree, Arsenal, and continue that unbeaten run. Charlton first team, of course, about to begin their Easter footballing action as Tago, quick feet from him. Not able to get a shot away. Yeah, the Addicts first team currently 18th in the Championship after promotion from League One via the playoffs last season, beating Leyton Orient at Wembley. They kick off against Bristol City at the Valley at 3 o'clock and then face Watford, a bit of a London derby on Easter Monday. Of course, a familiar face for the Cherries at Charlton at the moment is the assistant to Chris Locke, Jason Pearce, who joined the academy in 2019. Mac was Pierce's assistant when the under-18s won the Professional Development League back in 2023. Won that League South Division title. Pierce, of course, 4 years at the Cherries, as here they come down the right-hand side, and Trubinitsa just loses his footing. Bit of frustration there as he gives away the throw. It is a fairly slick surface. There was plenty of rain before this game got underway, and you can see the wind whipping away. Not ideal conditions after the glorious sunshine we've had over the last few days. Just shy of 10 minutes of the second half gone, and much like the beginning of the first half, very little to shout about, but Bradley Tago using his pace. Another corner flag on the floor there, but he'll be taking on Trubinitsa. Can he pick out a red shirt? He can't. It's been well dealt with. Belton. Davis with a searching ball. It's headed up into the air. Are they able to capitalise? They're not. Trubinitsa taking no chances as he tries to find the run of Eugene Yarko. Almost just getting the better of the defender. That's how one of the chances came towards the end of the first half, when Charlie Stevens sent over the bar to Costa Gonzalez, trying to get ahead of Davis, and down he goes, and he's won a free kick. That's going to be the first booking of the afternoon for Deontay Davis. Michael da Costa Gonzalez just getting beyond the last man, and across came the right arm to bring him down. He's the first player to go into Callum Fisker's book this afternoon, who's taken charge of 13 matches so far this season across the National League North and South. 41 yellow cards dished out. Now, that's actually much better than what happened last season. 17 games, 76 yellow cards, so at least he's cutting down. Maybe someone was just in his ear telling him to keep the book in his pocket. Either way, what we haven't had any of so far in this game are goals, and hopefully Cherries will try and capitalise on this opportunity. It's dipping towards the back post. It's then spooned over the bar by Ndimikon. Da Costa Gonzalez again whipping a dangerous ball. It was certainly in the right area. Elliott managed to get his head on it. The bounce just unkind there for Dane and Ndimikon. Did get the equaliser back in December in that 2-2 draw with Chelsea. Not able to find the back of the net that time. We're still goalless, 57 on the clock. Charlton just doing what every young footballer is taught not to do, and play a ball across the face of their own area, but it's come off for them, and there's a tussle in the middle, and it's gone the way of the Addicts. Alan Fisk just doing something that he didn't like, and Charlton have got themselves a free kick, which they've taken quickly through Ewens Findlay, and it's a great pick out for Ethan Brown, who goes down. He wants a penalty, not going to get it. Mwamba runs into a bit of a blue and black cul-de-sac. We've got more corner flags on the floor than goals at the moment. I think it's the far right one on the opposite end of the pitch that's yet to hit the deck. That would complete the set as Ewens Findlay again searching ball. Dixon. Out comes Hardy. They win it again, and out on this left-hand side, Tago. Washington Amoa, great stop there. Low by Mac Allen. It's the first real save he's had to make of the second half. And Sam Washington Amoa just trying to dink it with the outside of his right foot. It's a good stop, and he's able to gather at the second attempt. To Costa Gonzalez. He's got a lot of space, and now, of course, Davis can't bring him down. He's on a yellow. Forced back as he tries to work an opportunity. Pass one, pass two. Not able to get through on that occasion as Tego tries to bring it away, and that's a good recovering challenge from Zach Christie. Approaching the hour mark here at Sparrows Lane, just south of Woolwich. No goals to tell you about, but plenty of action. You feel like it is a matter of time before the deadlock is broken. It could be either side as Dixon just tries to get on that loose ball, but Amir Ali does well to usher it behind. And it's headed over the top. Ali's got to be alert once more. He is. Washington Amoa keeps things alive, and it's a big shove on the back of the number 7. No free kick, and now Bournemouth will try and come forward, and he's done well to recover, and then it's a heavy touch as Conte. Stevens has got himself in a pocket of space, but despite the Cruyff turn, he's unable to get it up the left-hand side. Bournemouth's bit of sustained possession. Juvenitsa not able to get past Tego. That has been quite the battle between the two, and then he gets his pass all wrong. Dimmican. Conte. It's not come off for Cherries, and Tego being clearly held by Da Costa Gonzalez. That's an easy free kick for Callum Fisk to give as Jack Belton, who's covered almost every blade of grass in the middle of the pitch. He did win the Steve Clarke Trophy for progress at under 16 level back in 2024, did Jack Belton, and you can see why, as he's been that catalyst in the middle of the park for the Addicts as they win another throw. That's an excellent pick out, and both sides still hoping to break the deadlock. Brown. When he got the ball into the box there, I think the whistle had gone before, and perhaps it had gone out of play before he'd struck it. Either way, it struck the crossbar. Cherries have done well to win that high up the pitch, and now Day is through. Can he capitalise this time? He's stopped once again by Hardy. And now they have to be careful at the other end, and they brought the player down. It might be a penalty. Or was it outside the penalty area? Either way, Mac Allen is going to be in hot water. And from one end of the pitch to the other, or did the flag go up? It did. The whistle went, but it was for offside. And Mac Allen can let out a huge sigh of relief there, and so can the Cherries' defence. Just as Dixon was racing on through, I thought for a moment that Mac Allen had completely poleaxed him on the edge of the penalty area and was about to receive his marching orders, but His blushes have been spared by the raising off the offside flag. But just before that, Johnny Day with another glorious opportunity to break the deadlock as Dixon goes from range and he's not able to hit the target. An audacious attempt with Allen off his line. Fortunately for Bournemouth, his radar was completely off and the goalkeeper wasn't troubled. Conte. Just like the first half, it's taken about 20 minutes for again to spark into life, and here come Cherries. Acosta Gonzalez ever so slightly behind him. He's not able to bring the ball forward at pace. Tribunidze can. Nice little give and go there away from Tego. Here he goes with an excellent ball into the box. Can they find a head? And it's over the offside flag has stayed down. Cries from the Charlton defence as they try and win a corner. He's not able to on that occasion, and it's going to be a goal kick. 64 on the clock. Live coverage on AFCB TV and a stream brought to you by ESET. We're just going to have a bit of a stoppage there as George Tribunidze needs a helping hand. Back up a little bit of cramp on this Good Friday. No more changes for either side at the moment. Owen Bevan came off after 45 minutes for number 12 on trial. Day. Unable to get it past Belton. To Costa Gonzalez. They do well to get out of that pocket of space. Day. Back to Costa Gonzalez! And it's gone just wide. Hit the stanchion at the back of the goal. Really good move there by the Cherries. Good give and go by Johnny Day. He's just not able to bend that left-footed shot beyond George Hardy and on target, but another good chance goes a-begging for Bournemouth. Now here come Charlton with Brown. Ewens Findlay. Brown is the target. And he doesn't have the pace to keep that in as he just boots the ball away. No card on that occasion for Ethan Brown. I think he was just getting a bit of a warning there from Callum Fisk after he smacked the ball away. It's, especially with no stands around the ground, you're not going to get the ball thrown back quickly, that's for sure. '67th minute. Goalless in the Professional Development League between Charlton and the Cherries. There's been enough chances for goals, that's for sure, as Mwamba, that rolls under his foot, and now Stevens. And it's gone over the top into Costa Gonzalez. I have to say, Deontay Davis has done really well to try and nick it off him and win his side a throw in the same move. Tego and Tribunidze yet again wanting each other's shirt. Charlton looking to make it 3 wins on the bounce. Victorious against Coventry and a thumping victory against Peterborough before this one. Cherries, of course, have won their last 3 in the league as Eugene Yarko's got the wrong side of his man, and here's Johnny Day. Da Costa Gonzalez is there. Is this going to be the breakthrough? It's another excellent block. Bournemouth just cannot find the breakthrough as Tego now up against Tribunidze into the penalty area. The Georgian has done well just to Take him away, Mwamba. Shirt was pulled. Can he get a shot away? Can he find a red shirt? It's crossed across the face of goal, and Zach Christie's able to turn and get that one clear. Still pressure on for Charlton. Tago. Washington Amoa. And that's not on target. Did take a deflection, it did. Corner number 6 for the Addicts. Another brilliant chance though for Bournemouth. DaCosta Gonzalez, his effort just being blocked at source after good work from Johnny Day. All started from Yarko winning the ball into Day. Good turn. Excellent challenge by Deontay Davis, just throwing himself in the way. Here comes the corner though for Charlton. That's going to drop at the back post, and it's well gathered by Mac Allen. And he wants to get things going quickly. Day the target. He's not going to win that one against Mwamba. Tribunitsa, cries of man on as he took a couple of bounces just to get the ball under control. Just over 20 minutes of regulation time to go. Still 0-0. Somehow still 0-0 live on AFCB TV. It's an excellent pick out. This could be dangerous for Bournemouth, and that's again able to deal with that. Belton. Davis. From hero to almost provider there. Tago. It's a standing tall, but they do have a throw, and we're going to have a change. It's a triple change for Charlton. 20 minutes on the clock left to go. Comes Kaheem Dixon. Alan Mwamba exiting the fray as well. Emmanuel Souloza, Ruben Amissa and Paris Locke have entered the fray, and immediately Paris Locke, he wants his side a corner, he's not going to get it. The final touch actually did come off the Bournemouth player, so it is going to be corner number 7 for Charlton. Emmanuel Souloza coming on, the English and Ivorian forwards. He scored a hat-trick in the Premier League Development Cup final, and that's a poor delivery from the number 7. Day is quick to try and stop that now with Locke. Washington Amoa trying to keep things alive, but there's the head of Christie once again. Stevens just trying to get the danger away, but it keeps on coming back, and now Christie in search of Nyarko, goes over his head. Unfortunately for Cherries, they don't get the luck of the draw there as the ball just drops for Charlton, and here's Ty Ewens-Findlay. The free kick has somehow gone the way of Bournemouth. It's been pulled up against Ruben Amissa. Looked like 6 of one of half a dozen of the other, but the Cherries won't mind at all. DaCosta Gonzalez, the touch just takes it away, and that's sort of been a decent summary of how it's been for Bournemouth so far this afternoon, as there's a chance for Souloza to get down the left-hand side, and Certainly a burst of pace. He's really good defending there by the number 12, but it's going to fall for Belton. Paris Lock. Belton gets it back. He is the orchestrator as he picks out Brown on that right-hand side. Bournemouth just holding firm with just over 15 minutes of normal time to go. Still goalless here at Sparrows Lane. In a game that has somehow not had the deadlock broken just yet, but Charlton are hoping that they can do that one first. Washington Omoa, it's a decent stop there from Zach Christie, but throw down by the corner flag, and across comes Deontay Davis, who threw himself in the way of Michael da Costa Gonzalez's shot just moments ago to keep the scores level. Elliott. We're just going to have a stoppage for George Chubenitsa, who has hit the deck and does not look in a good way. With 74.5 minutes on the clock, still goalless here at Sparrows Lane. It's been a really good game in terms of chances created, but neither the Cherries or the Addicts have been able to find a way past either shot stopper. George Hardy at the moment is probably in line for a man of the match award. He has made save after save, but on the balance of play, Charlton have had the majority of possession. Bournemouth's chances have come when they've really broken away. But with 15 minutes to go, neither side are able to get themselves on the scoreboard. As another trialist enters the fray for the Cherries. That's going to be George Chubenitsa's race run, you'd imagine. He's had a really decent game as George Chubenitsa. He's been in quite the battle with Bradley Tago down that left-hand side. "14 minutes left of normal time." We only had 25 seconds or so added on at the end of the first 45, but with that stoppage you'd imagine there'd be a minute or two, and hopefully enough time to get a goal. Number 12 just has the ball taken off his toes, and Charlton, they look keen, they look sharp. They've just made a triple change as well, although Bournemouth have it in the middle with Day. You'll be wondering just how he hasn't got himself on the score sheet, but he's racing away down that left-hand side. Got the winner against Crewe. He'd love to get the winner this occasion. He gets the ball in the box, and Didicum was there at the front post. Yet again, a Charlton defender throwing themselves in the way. Tate Elliott that time, as Day just got the ball into the box, and Didicum was lurking on the edge of the 6-yard box, but Tate Elliott's done really well to get himself between man and ball. It will be Zach Christie to take corner number 5 for the Cherries. Can they convert one of these set pieces? It's been missed, and Day almost flicks it past the goalkeeper on the edge of the box. It's always rising. Ali and Yarko trying to flick it forward. Day, who was being held in a bit of a bear hug there right on the goal line. In the end, Charlie Stevens lashes it over the bar. And is this going to turn into an afternoon that could have been for Bournemouth? Only 4th in the Professional Development League. A win would take them level on second with Brentford, but here comes Davis. Shoot with his weak foot. Brown. And at the back post, that's gone straight into the arms of Mac Allen. Sam Washington Omoa there, who's switched over towards that left-hand side, although Here's another one whose heat map at the end of the game will probably show the majority of the pitch. There's a push there as Bournemouth went long, so they've got themselves a free kick in the Charlton half, an opportunity to get the ball in the penalty area. It's again another 50-50 that maybe a bit fortuitous in going the way of Alan Connell's side. Trips to Fleetwood, QPR and Hull to come. And they want to make it win number 4 in a row in the league. Bounce back from that 5-4 defeat in the quarterfinals of the Premier League Cup. Can they get themselves a goal? Headed towards goal. Is it going to bounce? No. George Hardy yet again quick off his line, and then they might be in a spot of bother at the back as out comes the keeper and the challenge has been won. Fortunately for Bournemouth, the deflection didn't take it to a red shirt, and now they've got a chance to break. Down the right hand side, Da Costa Gonzalez. A goal now would be perfect with just 10 minutes to go. Here he goes, and another one straight down the throat of Hardy. 19-year-old who joined from Wolves last summer. Sterling work from him between the sticks. Well, in the past, it's a game that certainly had goals. Back in January, Cherries got a 4-1 win over Charlton. It was victorious as well in March of 2025. That was 2-1, and then they fell to a 3-2 defeat back in December 2024. So maybe they just used up all of the goals in those games, and this one is destined to be a 0-0. It's certainly not been a drab 0-0, that's for sure, because there's been so many chances. If you're joining the stream late, both sides will be wondering how they haven't broken the deadlock. Certainly Bournemouth will be scratching their heads as to how they haven't got at least one. As much as it's a stat that I'm not necessarily a fan of, I'd love to see the XG of this game. I'm sure Johnny Day will not, seeing as he's probably got 3 all by himself. Still time for a goal. Though not from that through ball. Connell there just still trying to rouse his side as Charlton and Sol Loza trying to be dangerous down that right. And the 3 changes they made at the midway point of the second half. Ruben Amissa and Paris Locke joining him, the number 7 for Charlton on trial. Did score against Peterborough. Johnny Day flicks it on, and now's a chance as Michael Da Costa Gonzalez needs to get the ball out of his feet, and they're not able to keep it in play on that far side. Certainly not lacking invention. He's had numerous chances, and here's another one for Charlton, and they're right in behind to break the deadlock, and they can't hit the target. Paris Locke getting the wrong side of Jalil Conte, who's fallen back into his favourable right-back position. And he didn't get his body over it and spoon that over the bar. And another chance in this game has not been converted. But Charlton coming once more with Washington Amoa. Little tug of the shirt there by Christie. They get the pull back. Christie with a challenge there. He had to win that one. 6.5 minutes left on AFCB TV for a goal. Long ranger wide. You just feel there's at least one more golden opportunity for both sides to grab a winner. Hopefully it's going to go the way of the Cherries. They've certainly done enough, they'll feel, to win this game with the chances that they've had, but over the Easter weekend they'll certainly be doing some shooting practice, that's for sure. First of 4 away trips for the Cherries. Fleetwood, QPR, Hull, those all follow. It's getting a little bit scrappy in the middle, but Charlton have come away with the ball with Belton. Digs out a pass towards that right-hand side, and they are just sewing a few passes together, and Ruben Amissa is adjudged to have fouled his man on that far side, so it's going to be a free kick to the Cherries. First team back in action in a week's time against Arsenal in the Premier League. Next up for Charlton, trip to Wigan before they host Colchester and Watford. Bit of a tussle on that far side, and Sol Loza has got away from Ali. The chance still here for Charlton. Edge of the penalty area. Bournemouth just needs to hold their shape. Locke, who's just missed a glorious opportunity, gets the ball in the box. Has anyone ever converted at the back post? And they have. Right at the end, the number 7 steaming in at the back post to head home from Paris Locke's cross. You'd felt that a goal was coming in this game for either side, and it's Charlton who may have just dealt the Cherries a hammer blow. Great work by Paris Locke. Mac Allen was scrambling towards the back stick, and the number 7 rose highest away from Ali. And 3.5 minutes of normal time to go. The deadlock is broken. Charlton Athletic lead by a goal to 0. And if it ends with this scoreline, then the Cherries have only got themselves to blame for not converting any of their opportunities. There's still time for them to try and rescue an equaliser, but Charlton now have got something to hold on to. The Addicts now looking at 3 consecutive wins. And they'll be taking as much time as possible over this one with Ethan Brown. Throw-in goes Charlton's way. Something's just happened there with Ruben Amissa, just feeling the back of his neck. Sat on the turf. Of course, his manager Chris Locke will want him to be okay, but also get up as quickly as possible, because of course all the time that he spends on the deck is going to be added on at the end, and Cherries are going to make a change as Zach Christie makes way and Joe Spence has come on. Number 16 Leyland Waite, sorry, has entered the fray. About 90 seconds left of normal time. The Cherries trail by a goal to nil. They do have time to get themselves an equaliser, but Charlton at the moment searching for a second. Locke, he's looked good since coming on. Inside and out into the penalty area, and Bournemouth hack it clear. Nyako swivels, and now Day. Can he get in behind? Can he get past the goalkeeper? He's been completely taken out. It's a yellow card for George Hardy, who really hasn't put a foot wrong in this game. And his teammates will argue that that's another excellent bit of shot stopping to just take out Johnny Day. He won't care that he's gone in the book, that's for sure. But Bournemouth, in the final minute of normal time, have got themselves a free kick. Dangerous position, players almost for a moment lining up to take it. Eugene Yako's let that roll for Stevens, and Michael Da Costa Gonzalez looks a fair distance out, so they're going to try and work an opportunity and swing it towards the back post, or is he going to have a go from goal? About to tick into added time. Bournemouth trying to rescue a point. Da Costa Gonzalez strikes, hits the wall, comes back to him, and the deflection takes it into Hardy's gloves, and he'll take all the time in the world to get things going once more. Free kick goes the way of Cherries on halfway, and there's a bit of a push and a shove as Ruben Amissa, for the second time in 30 seconds, is pushed to the floor, and that's a yellow card. Not long left for Bournemouth to try and rescue a point, but this is last chance saloon to get the ball into the mixer. Mac Allen, he needs to get this delivery right. Cherries trail by a goal to nil. He's gone short. Waite. Challenges dived in as he tries to get through two players, and Belton, who has had a fantastic game, goes long, and here goes Amissa, and this could be a chance to wrap up the game for Charlton. Past the keeper, he goes down. They want a penalty, it's been given. No, it's a dive. Ruben Amissa, well, from that replay, it looked like his right foot has been completely taken out, but he's received a yellow card for simulation. Callum Fisk there, going in the favour of the Cherries, and of course if Bournemouth now go on to get themselves an equaliser, then Charlton and Chris Locke will be absolutely furious, because I thought that was a nailed on penalty. Fairly vocal there, the referee, just to, there's a couple of players just maybe getting a bit too physical. 92nd minute. Last chance saloon for Bournemouth to get themselves an equaliser. Need to get this forward, it's been closed down, and just need to not give away a free kick. They haven't. Conte, ball into the box, it's hanging towards Day, heads it up in the air, and they'll try and get it over the line, and Hardy remains strong and gathers, and there's a foul been given, no. Just taking his time. Was that the last chance for Bournemouth? Still we play. Flicked forward and not in the path of Johnny Day, as the referee just think they're signalling that it's 1 minute left. Can Bournemouth get themselves an equaliser? Well, they're going in the wrong direction, but they need to send this one forward. Allen out towards the left-hand side. It's a poor pass, and has just summed up Bournemouth's afternoon, as Charlton are going to eke out every single second over this throw. And you think that might just be that for the Cherries. You have joined the stream a little bit late. Well, it might be a second here. It's a good stop by Allen. The ball is at the wrong end of the pitch though for Bournemouth. He stopped it from being a second. But you think that might just be that. Of course, there'll be a full run through of all the game's big moments at full time. So if you've just clocked in at the last few minutes, it looks highly likely that's going to be defeat for the Cherries on the road, the first of 4 away trips in a row. Fleetwood, QPR and Hull to come. But we still play. Stevens tries to get that forward. Nyarko. Bit of a hack and whack from him. Johnny Day up against Davis. Is there enough time for the Cherries? Davis comes across, collects it. And that is full time. It's defeat for Bournemouth. Charlton getting themselves a winner with just 4 minutes left on the clock. The number 7 rose highest to nod in the cross from Paris Locke, who was sharp, who was lively since coming on. But really for Alan Connell's side, it was a case of missed opportunities. Full time here at Sparrows Lane. It's Charlton 1, Bournemouth 0. Let's take a look at what happened earlier on in the game.
Fantastic, thank you mate. You too mate, have a good weekend. Appreciate you.
Brilliant! Get across it! Edge! Edge! Oh!